Hi, I'm Kiera Twizelle and I'm here to talk to you today about my 12-track album and what each song means to me. So the first track on the album is the intro, brackets, watch me now. And this song was actually the last song written, so I had the 11 songs done, but I really wanted something to bring it all together and something to introduce the whole album and sum it up basically in one song. So this track is just a lot of fun, lots and lots of fun, with so many different instruments on it and different kind of genres in one. I got to play the sax on it and I also got to rap, so that was very new but very fun. And then also the song meaning is kind of, no matter how many times someone is overlooking you or any kind of thing like that in your life, it's how you rise above it and basically watch me now and watch what I've made of myself, and that really resonates with me. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Yeah,
ain't gonna stop. Hey, what? Pivot or miracle, criminal, making me feel like I'm less than the minimum. Yeah, ain't gonna stop. Hey, I'm receiving, believing, achieving, receiving. I can't figure out if it's real or I'm dreaming.
So the next track on the album is called Full For You. So this song is basically about fresh, new love and that buzz that you get from when you have your first love, or when a love is just new and that exciting feeling that you get. And it's also, on top of that, it's about losing any train of thought or any belief for the love of your life basically, and becoming a fool for the person and just being engrossed in the love. And a fun little story about this song is when I was going through A-levels and juggling work and extracurriculars, just all the stress of exams, me and my partner used to say, oh well, it's fine, because if it all goes wrong then we'll run away and we'll change our names and we'll just have the best life. And as you can tell by the lyrics, if you've listened to it, if you haven't, go listen to it, that is what it says. So yeah, it's a really great song for me because it's that personal connection and it's the actual words we used to say. So yeah, hope you enjoy it.
So we can run away, we'll change our names, we'll cross the 7 seas so we can say we're happy.
So next up we have the track Be Myself. So fun fact about Be Myself is it was the first song I ever wrote/co-wrote with the wonderful Martin Stanley. It was the first song I ever wrote, and that was 2 years ago now, so this project has been very long, but it's also been an amazing time. But this song is basically about, no matter how many times people judge you or what people say, just be yourself and don't change who you are for other people. And a little fun story about this one is when writing it, I was thinking about things I really don't like doing basically, and the first thing that came to mind was ghost trains. So the line, riding the ghost train because I'd rather be myself, is basically saying I'd rather do things I hate than not be who I am and true to myself. And specifically in mind, I had Blackpool ghost train because I really dislike that. I really dislike that ride. But yeah.
Riding the ghost train cause I'd rather be myself.
So the next track on the album is Second Chances. So a fun fact about this song is I originally named it Poison, but then after listening to the song many times, I realised that the word poison is only mentioned once, so I renamed it to Second Chances, which I think was a very good upgrade. So this song is about being in a toxic relationship and then realising it and getting out of it and just all the mess that comes along with that. And then this song as well, I wrote after work on a Sunday, came in and it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I think all the musicians out there know you write your best songs at 3 in the morning. It comes when it comes. But yeah, that's how it happened. I don't know how, but it did. And I wrote this on piano, so it's really like kind of stripped down song. It has all the the instruments in it, but it still has that kind of gentle vibe. And on the last chorus as well, there's a section where it's just the vocals for like 4 beats. So I think that really, like, it really captures what I wanted to get from the song and that like meaningful side of it. Yeah.
I just need second chances to know that we'll last. But unbeknown to me, my heart was made of glass.
So the next track is Oh Kiera. So last year I was going through quite a tough time mentally, juggling everything like with the exams, and it was just all getting on top of me. And when I finally felt better, when I finally felt okay, I wrote this song to myself because I felt like I needed to write something to tell myself future me when I wasn't feeling okay, that it's gonna be okay and you're gonna overcome this, and no matter what life throws at you, it's always gonna be stressful, but you can work through it and you can overcome it. And this song is basically that message to myself that when I need myself to tell me it's gonna be okay, I have it there. And when recording this song, it was all live musicians, and it was really fun to do. So it's unlike any of the other songs which are recorded professionally. It was just recorded in a room with just musicians, and yeah. And fun fact as well, my reg plate is Oh Kiera, so you know, why not?
So hold me close, I'll hold you tight. I won't let go till morning light, and you will see just what you mean to me.
So the next track is Hold On. So me and Mark wrote this solely for the purpose of it being a Eurovision entry. So it's got that very kind of Europop style, that like beat that's very Eurovision type. But we just thought we'd give it a go because obviously Eurovision is in England this year, and it's also in Liverpool, which is where I go to university. Shout out to Lipper. So we just thought we'd have a crack at it. Sadly, we never heard anything back, but it was still great to write a song for that purpose and just have fun with it. So the song is basically about holding on through the tough times, and it's grasping life and just making sure everything's okay. And yeah, we had a great time writing it, honestly. It's always fun to write with Mark. Yeah.
When the light's gone out and you can't see nothing but dark, there's no path to choose, cause you always lose. Oh.
So the next track is Refocus, which the whole album is named after, so woo woo. But Refocus is a song about basically taking for granted the person that you love and neglecting them and just, yeah, overlooking them, and then realising it before it's too late. And then the song is dedicated to the person that, oh, I'm going to change this, and I promise you that I will make things better, almost. And this song is kind of also a bit of a sexy song on the album. I always have a bit of a jam to it, so it's very fun. And I loved the name Refocus because it with this whole album, with the whole process, it was an opportunity for me to sit down and refocus and try different styles and different genres and just find what I wanted to be and who I wanted to be as an artist. So it was really great in that respect. And when writing this song with Mark, we sat on sun lounges in summer with the whole R&B kind of style in mind. So this was actually the first song where I had a clear direction of what I wanted to write and where I wanted it to go. And it was really great to experience that, because in the past it's always been like, oh, I've got a feeling, I've got this, I'm going to go off that. But this was like, I want it to be this is how it's going to sound. And then the outcome was what you're probably going to listen to now, or what you've already listened to.
Life now, I'm trying to figure it out. How I could just let you run now. I can sleep cause you ain't around, making every second count now.
So up next is my track Fantasy. So fun fact about Fantasy, it was written at 2 o'clock in the morning. I mean, I've already mentioned another song that was written in the late hours, but I just got in from work back to Liverpool because come home every weekend to do some gigs, which is always fun. But came back to Liverpool, 2 a.m, whipped out the guitar, because I try and play it every day to just get my fingers around it, and outwhipped Fantasy. And I don't know how, but it came, and I worked with it, and it was great fun. I mean, I had a few ideas on the train home, because it is a long journey home, but it all came to me in that moment, and it was really fun to write. And I mean, the whole song meaning is that basically you've got a burning desire for someone, a burning passion for someone, and you're letting them know. And then also this song, it's just great fun with the whole salsa kind of beat to it, that Afro beat, and honestly, I love this song so much.
Be my fantasy, oh be my fantasy, be my
So the next song is Okay. So this song's meaning is basically that admitting a relationship's over. So through the course of the song, at the start of the song, you'll hear like, I know we're going through a rough patch and it's not working, but we can get through it kind of thing, because when I see you again, it'll be okay. But then at the end of the song, admitting that it's not okay, and that it's okay that it's not okay. Even though I've said okay about a million times there. And with this song, it's quite a nice sounding song, because it's quite floaty and dreamy, and this song doesn't actually have like a chorus, so it's more of like an interlude, like a progression through the album. It's quite nice. Yeah, and with the song meaning as well, it's people being apart, and that ultimately is what breaks them, is them not being together, and like basically long distance not working, and it's quite sad, but it's coming to the realization that it is over, and that is okay. Yeah.
Why do we matter? Why do we fall? Why can't we flower and not lose it all? Why do we shatter? Why can't you call?
So next up we have the song Nightmare. So I wrote and produced the song Nightmare for my music production class in college, and it was great fun to just be able to have complete creative control over something. So I mean, writing the synth beats and the drum beats and basically programming it. And on the album there's nothing really that's really processed in the sense of like technology wise, so it was really fun to have something new and add it to the album as well. And the whole process just enlightened me for songs in the future, and having that control and just knowing where to go with things, because beforehand I didn't really know that. So it was really, really fun to do. This song also is about a relationship that's turned sour, and then basically being a nightmare, and you just getting over it kind of thing, like that whole closure thing. So yeah, that's this song.
All you were was a nightmare, and now you're back.
So the next song is one of my favourites, which is With You. So this song is basically about a long distance relationship, and the struggles and the hardships that accompany that. For me, it was really easy to write, because me and my partner are in a long distance relationship, so all the words and all the lines in the song come from my heart and come from actual feelings and what actually happens in that. And fun fact, I actually wrote this on the day that they left, so fun. But this song also was great to like record, because I got to play instruments like the ukulele and multiple ukuleles, so that was really fun. And there's a few songs on the album that started off really basic and acoustic, and it was like that's all I could hear at the start of it, but then through the production and the recording stages it ended up being this big kind of thing that I wasn't expecting, so it was really great to have that. And the vibe as well, it's got a bit of a country vibe, and I love that because I was not expecting that to come from that, but yeah.
Wake me up when it's time to be together, when it's time to storm the weathers with you.
So the last song on the album, I know it's come to that time, it's very sad, but the last song on the album is Cry in My Sleep. So fun fact about this song, I wrote it after watching Celine Dion perform All By Myself. I think it was in Las Vegas after her husband had just sadly passed, and I watched the video, I was like, oh my word, like it was something else. And then I was inspired by that, so then I wrote the song. I wrote the first half of the song, and then the second half of the song I wrote in my car after running out of petrol, so breaking down outside of British Aerospace, across from that. So I had time on my hands because my mum had to go and get me some petrol. That was my mistake. I am very sorry, Mum, if you're watching. But the meaning of this song is basically being betrayed by someone and realising that it's over. And this song is basically the closure of the relationship. It's having that closure and realising that everything has come to an end, and it's okay that it has. And it's almost accepting that it's okay to be upset, because a lot of the time in many situations in life, you feel ashamed to have feelings and you feel ashamed to be upset by certain things, but it's okay and it's not weak that you're crying, and yeah, all the things that come alongside that. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed my album.
I try and not cry in my sleep, 'cause I know that it's weak, and I know I'm not yours anymore, and I just